They're making a big burn pile and they decided to tow the whole pile itself.
Tell me when, Jeff. Tell me when. Good?
That's perfect. Okay, I'm walking on the road. You can see it's just a hard road out here. This is the edge of the property where that great big juniper is. I'm looking down into it. You can see some good distance between the edge of the road and the fence. I'll walk up in here and show you the old barbed wire fence in just a second. Well, it's not too terribly deep. This is a sign they're going to take out. I want the culvert to go down in this gully here. I think this is where we want the new driveway, but kind of look, see if you can tell, there's actually, somebody drove up along the fence here. Must have been the county mowing the road, or excuse me, mowing the grass. I don't know if you can tell, it's hard to tell, but it's raised up where I'm standing. But look how short that fence post is now. The top of this fence post is equal with my waist. That one was a short one to begin with. See the old barbed wire on it. There's only 3 strands of wire showing, it looks like. But look at all these saplings that have grown up. All these need to come out. All these junky trees. I think I'm gonna get a skid steer up here and try to push these out of here, pull them out or something. Hey, good morning, Chris. This is Scott. I'm gonna do a quick walkthrough to kind of help you have a video reference of what we're needing to do for the mulching. I'm at the current entrance to the property. You can't miss it. When you come past that area you pulled in before, you pulled in yesterday into that other guy's property. It's the very next entrance. You'll see it, the tracks. When you come in here, of course, the main thing here is taking down all the old fence and taking down some of that burn. When you turn to the left, we're gonna work on this wire today and try to get most of this out of here. But to the left of the entrance, we need everything, the old fence taken out, that berm taken down some. We're gonna keep this big oak tree right here. We've got a pink ribbon on it, and we're gonna trim that all up. We're gonna keep this giant cedar, this huge cedar. We're gonna take the lower boughs out, and we're gonna tag that with a pink ribbon. but you'll know. It's this huge cedar. We're actually keeping that. The only other thing over here that we're keeping is this kind of medium-sized cedar. I would call it, you know, 6 or 7 foot, but you can see we got a pink tag on it. But other than that, everything up here in this corner, it all comes out. There is a medium-sized oak kind of squeezed in there. It looks like a post oak, maybe it's a straight one. In between the cedar and this big tree on our neighbor's property, this big water oak, you've got this, I don't know, probably 30-foot tall, very thin oak, but it's just pinched too tight. So we need that one to come out of there, if you can get that out of there. Then down this fence line, anything, literally anything on our side of this fence, we need you to mulch that for us. Take it out, if you can get to it, up to the fence. Yeah, I'm gonna turn back around. I'm looking back at the entrance now, so you can see we're keeping that big oak, keeping that cedar, all this little trash stuff, those old posts that used to be part of an old entrance, all that comes out. All right, here's the wire cutter, hard at work. Look at that. That's what happens when you don't work with your fence too long. Look at that. The wire goes right through the tree grows right around the wire. It's about right through the dead center of that big limb. Cutting all the wire out, the whole fence line. Any words of wisdom about wire cutting?
Make sure you have a very good wire cutting tool.
Ah,
Okay, that section's ready to be pulled.
okay. We're gonna hook the winch up and pull some junk out of the... All right. Just working on this fence line, trying to get it prepped for the big mulching skid steer. Down here, I'm gonna hook the winch up and pull this big bunch of stuff out of the dirt here, all this old metal that got thrown here. I think that's the hood of a truck. It's been there for a while. This cedar's huge. We're getting there.
Just took down this big old tree. tree is that? All right, we're at the entrance to the property. All this has been cleaned out now. We only have 2 trees, and there's all this sumac down on the left, right past that winged elm, which that winged elm is probably coming out. Anyway, this huge patch of sumac. This is the old entrance right here. And now as you look to the right, you can see the truck way off in the distance. What we have left are a few oaks that we tagged to possibly save. And this, as we look down, is the old fence line all the way down to the big junipers at the end, past the culvert. So there's not much left, just some oaks. Looking east towards the lake, we have to look past our brush pile. There's the future lake coming in. Panning to the south, on around, my 2 bird feeders, and Chris, the guy that's cleaning our land, he literally got his shredder stuck and had to come get a backhoe to get him out. So he cleaned all this edge of the fence all the way up here, and he actually cut, this juniper's on the other side of the fence, but he trimmed it all back and then left ours back there, and this is looking west, and then cleared all along the fence. Just taking a big circle here through the fence and then up to the front.
So close. I think he's getting out. I think he's coming out. Try to pull that hook.
That's like 6 feet deep of slop.
That is so, look at that. Look at all the, look at how far they had to pull that thing. He had to, dude, that was crazy. Look at that. That's 8 foot wide, and his bucket was all fully extended trying to walk himself out of that. Look at this, to get that out of there.
You could jump and take a flood bath.
Oh, you could?
That's up to your neck.